I'm Peg McMillan, and I live in Windsor, Nova Scotia. I'm 47 years old, and I have 4 busy boys, and go.
Okay, my name is Christina Baker. I am 47 years old, and I have 2 children that are somewhat busy too. One's in college and one's in middle school, and I live in Falmouth. Okay, the reason I want to do the Amazing Race is that I have a need for adventure.
Really?
Yes, really, I do. And I haven't really had an adventurous life, I have to admit. I've watched The Amazing Race since it began, and every episode I would say I should have done, or they should have done that, or I would have done this. So let's just put my word to the test and see if I'd be right. I think I would be.
Okay, so can I just interject for a
Yes,
second?
please.
Adventurous. So
Yes.
I remember a girl of mine at supper one night talking about going to Cuba.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden I get an email saying, hey, I'm booked to go to Cuba with you. So you are adventurous.
Thank you.
Yeah, so let's just qualify
That was the start. And this will be
a continuation.
continuation.
There you go.
I've already been involved in the Valley. We have this thing called Mud Heroes. And actually, it's not just the Valley. Mud Heroes is all over Canada. And I've participated 3 times. And every time I've done it, I've done better than I expected. I don't have a gym membership. And last time I checked, this girl doesn't have a gym membership. But we are active. We do lots of things. Well, just going through this girl's schedule for the day is one thing. I mean, my God, you don't even want to know what she did today, but that's another story. I like cross country skiing, I like playing tennis, I like walking, I swim in the summer, I just keep very busy. Rescue dogs, I'm a volunteer for elder dog, just a little side job. You know, it's in this one. Let's hear what's up with you.
Well, oh my gosh, I don't even know where to begin. In addition to working full time, I have 4 boys in hockey. As Christina mentioned, we love tennis. We play constantly. We're really competitive with each other. But the funny thing of us when we play tennis is that we compliment each other and give each other tips. So it's kind of funny to watch.
Oh my gosh, we like commentary each other's game as we play. Like she'll hit a very good one, and we try not to say it too loud because there's other people playing, and we don't want to seem obvious. But we're always saying, "Oh, nice shot! Oh, we're great!" You know, we're always doing that.
And what else? So I ski. We have ski marathon close by. I skate with my kids, like I said.
I got a cross country last year.
Cross country we do. Gosh, I can't even think of the different things that we do that just keep us so
swimming.
busy.
She's got a pool in her backyard, and she forgot that she swims. She swims. She has a pool.
I love to garden. There's no end to the things that we do.
Exactly.
And I think that every single skill that we take in our lives that we're going to be able to apply to this race. I grew up in rural PEI. I know how to maneuver a dory. I can shuck oysters, quahogs, you name it. Camped for 11 years with my kids. I don't really like the outdoors, to be honest with you.
But you do it.
But
she takes one for the team.
I do.
For her kids.
Absolutely. It's not uncommon for me to go out frog hunting with my kids.
Yeah, fishing.
Well, no, Brian fishes.
Oh,
but
okay,
that's
I'm a fisher.
Yeah, I don't really like it. But yeah, so those are, I don't know. We're just a bunch of crazy girls.
And Mud Creek Days.
Oh,
we did Mud Creek Days today, too.
That's
this year, too.
Well, maybe we'll see a little bit of that in the video. But that shows our competitive side.
Exactly.
So perhaps me
that was
a little bit
fun
more
one.
than you.
Oh, yeah, this one. This show.
All right. So motivation, well, a couple of things on that note for me anyway. I think that it's just going to be a reaffirming, I think the whole race will reaffirm to me that the sky is the limit, and resiliency, things in life have not been easy, and I've persevered every single time, and I think my motivation will be having all of my friends, my 4 boys, cheering me on. I know that we've talked so much about my kids coming to me every day, when's your audition? When are you going to be on? And I'm like, no, we haven't auditioned, and we don't know if we're getting on, but we're going to give it our all to try.
Yes, we will.
And I think our motivation for me anyway is knowing that I'm going to be doing it with a person who I trust, who I know will have my back every step of the way.
And I will.
And that's, to me, it's the best combination.
Yeah. And I have to agree with Peg. I think that my motivation is just as Peg. I've had a lot of trials and tribulations throughout my life, and throughout these trials and tribulations, I haven't let it keep me down. I continue to work. I continue to be a mother and a wife. I'm not a husband, but be there for my family and be a daughter. I'm very close to my mother, and this is just something that I want to do for myself and for my friend and for my family in the way that they can watch and they can be proud.
Oh, God.
And we kind of said that a little bit.
Okay, I do have a couple of things that I want to say about that. Yeah. Whenever you're ready.
Go.
Okay. So, funny thing about the stress question, because that comes up a lot. So, I just want to say that I work in a crisis-driven field, and it's not easy to leave it at work and to come home. But what I think I've taken from all the seasons that I've watched is that you just have to have your partner's back. I remember in season 5, episode 8, we've got Karen and Bert, and she is having a Mother's Day meltdown. He stops the car, gets out, and gives her a hug. Now, I know we're not married, but I can envision that we will be the same.
I think so
we
too.
read each other so well that I just think that we're going to figure out what the other one, when the other one is at their point, the other person's going to step in. I'm so confident in that.
I'm very confident too. I have to agree with Peg on all those things.
And you work in a high stress job too.
Yes, I work in a very high stress job as a educational assistant, and not.
I think we should have been in the Heroes edition, just so you know, because I think we're heroes in our jobs, and I think that we are going to be heroes in this next.
I hope so too. Yeah. But yeah,
That's it.
I agree with everything Peg said. That I do. When it comes to stressful situations, like every day at work, there's something different. There's a different type of stressor, and I deal with it. And
our jobs are unpredictable, and we manage that well.
Exactly, and I love my job.
So I do have a few fears. I mean, probably my biggest fear is height. And that's just a recent thing. My son was in a ski accident probably 4 years ago. And ever since that day, I have a hard time with heights. It's a really weird thing. It's something that I'm hoping that when we do the challenges, we're going to be strategic about it, and you will get the height counted, to be honest with you.
I'll deal with that.
Anyway, that's really the only fear that I have. Physical fear. Emotional fear, I think I'm probably going to be most fearful of anything that has to do with second language, because I do have a tendency not to do so well in those situations.
Okay. That sounds pretty good.
I honestly, I don't have a lot of fear. I think I have more trepidation about letting us down, because I think that, if we hit a road bump or a speed bump or whatever, I still think we're going to get through it.
I think we'll get through it. We'll just have to push each other through it.
I think that's the biggest thing, is that knowing each other has each other's back, and
not to take offense when the other's pushing the other one so hard because they need to
take
do
control of situations.
I don't mind. Go for it, girl.
So okay.
And with me,
I think I'm fearful of being too controlling, to be honest with you.
And I'm not going to let it. Well, I will try my darndest, not to let her get too darn bossy, but no, she'll be good. She'll be great. And for me, my fear is, this is kind of a weird one, but I have had my license since I was 16. I used to live in Kitchener, Ontario, driving the city all the time, but I have a weird fear of driving in big cities. Like I won't drive to Halifax. But if I get on the Amazing Race, I will promise I will be practicing. I'll take my husband, we'll go.
And I told you I'll be the driver.
She'll be the driver, but sometimes we might not have a choice.
Well, I don't know
how that works. So
but
then I'll probably
I've driven in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Yeah,
I've driven in Toronto. I've driven in crazy places in Vancouver. So I think, as long as the GPS is in English, we'll be okay.
We'll be okay.
I call you Chrissy. I call you Chrissy.
Yes, I got 3 Chrissys.
Okay,
let's
so
do it.
Peg and Chrissy?
Okay, Peg and Chrissy. Okay, good, just wait. So.
Peg Chris. Chris Peg? Peg Chris.
So pick Peg and Chris, and we'll say it together, like at the same time.
Do you want it?
So pick Peg and Chris for American Race Canada.
Do I do that?
2020. So pick us, Christina Baker, Peg McMillan, for the Amazing Race Canada 2020 edition. You will not be disappointed.